Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good day in the markets. August 5th, Wednesday. We're going to review 0-day options today on SPY and the small account challenge. Here's Eric's chart. He's SPY day trading on YouTube. His Discord's linked in the description as well. Gap up today after all this exuberance. Gapped up and sold off and then just grinded. But even the move down is pretty grindy. Stayed in the green buying till I was away for all this, thankfully. But let's get into it. I struggled this morning. My charting, I thought I was right, and then it didn't seem like it was right, so I was doing a bunch more charting, and then I'm just like, for some reason the IV's pumped today. I think maybe there's more earnings. It was just jacked all day. Candles weren't like that big. I don't know why I was so high. I think it must be earnings. Yeah, so I started. Let's see, is it purple? I had purple, gray, and I didn't have this red. I did green, buying and selling. So this move could have been an inverse head. You could also consider it closing a cup, but really just mostly liquidity here. So as it came up, let's see the first trade. I think it's a call there. Yep. Yeah, so broke gray on this candle. I didn't want to just take it on the break. I wanted to kind of retest, hold above it for a bit. I don't know. It was close enough to the high of day also that I was like, I'll just kind of be patient. As well as 958, and we had ISM manufacturing coming out at 10. I was like, all right. I did the responsible thing and I waited. ISM came out. It flushed down and then kind of sat up here for a little bit, and I got a call. I got a call because it had broken the gray, and I guess you could say it played the cup, but maybe not. But regardless, it broke my gray, which was bullish controlled selling. Made a little inverse head and shoulder here. I opened here. I had purple down here on this wick. I also put a line here for this edge of this shoulder for like just in case. I put this before this big red candle. I like to jam when I'm trading, but it might not be very good. It might be distracting. Turn it down a little bit. Let me know if the music's too loud. Anyways, so it really just stretched my capacity. So I should have more patience on that candle. When it did this, I just thought, is it a good entry? I need to be fearless, take the call. It's broken above there. So I took it here and like somewhere in here, and the range is just large on this candle. Then it comes down. I'm like, oh, okay. You know, had green precision. I was like, well, I'll just hold it to this. Hopefully it doesn't come down this low. It came down that low, and I'm like, all right. And then it comes down here, and I close it like right here. Yeah, so theoretically my stop has to be way down here. I mean, it doesn't have to be, but this is the last stop, which should have been on this purple, according to my drawing. Of course, I'm not planning to hold that. So even coming down this far, my risk reward then is awful because I'm opening it here. If my stop's here and my take profits there, that's like 1-to-1. So it really just stretched it. I should have gotten that one a little. I should have just had more patience on that one. I'm trying to get a good entry. Yeah. And then of course it rallied up and hit my profit target, which was this gray. That would be the first one. So right there. It wouldn't have been much of a move though. After all this, it would have been just, I mean, it would have been green, but not quite what I was. Yeah. Anyways, 190 to $1.46. Closed it right here on this candle. And it's just when it does this after, so tough. So tough. So I know it's going to do that, but I just had to follow my plan, and my plan was like, all right, if it breaks this, I'm gonna close it. And this is just kind of an arbitrary line. It could be anywhere, but I had it there and I want to stick to it. I had it as this basically left shoulder support, but of course it could always come down here, but I just didn't want to stretch that far. This was supposed to be a retest on gray for a handle or an inverse head, or an inverse shoulder rather. So that one sucked. Next one was at 1010. This was a put. So came up, did that. I was a little upset by that point already. This is just Didn't make me too happy. So right here, I'm looking for a wedge trade, top of the range. It's selling in gray, I think, at that point. I mean, yeah, sure, it could break out, but basically I'm at the resistance. So I'm like, all right, I'll get a put here. Got a put. Had a nice candle in my favor. Kind of just starts chopping a bit. I'm starting to think maybe it's not selling in gray. Maybe it's actually buying in purple, or maybe it's doing both and it's just wedging. We can't really tell at this point. Let's see. 10.10 for $1.28. Sold it at 10.14 for $1. Sorry, $1.10. 10.14. Right here, I didn't put this. No, I did actually after that. So this, of course, this line wasn't here then. I just had this one. This thing wicked up, and I stopped. I had to stop out of it. I didn't wait for it to close. I don't know. I don't know if I was a little jumpy this morning. I think this was tough to deal with. And then this isn't my favorite trade. I mean, it's a wedge trade, so yeah, this candle, I guess I could have waited for it. I wasn't too sure. I guess I wasn't too confident in my gray at that point either. The price action so far, I was just like, anyways, I closed out on that wick, came down. I'm like, no way. If I didn't close out here, I maybe would have closed out here, probably. I'm not sure. And I don't think this gray is right. I think it's probably something different. It's got to be like more mellow, but I'm not sure. Anyways, came up there. Another red trade. It just wicked me out. 10.23. I'm gonna put, and 10.24. I'm gonna put $1.41, $1.38. So it came down, came up, and then I'm like, all right, it's finding resistance on there. We have the big candle. I'm looking for purple. Yeah, I want to be very patient, wait for it to break this furthest wick just in case. Right here, 10.23. I get one. Looking for a cup to close. I get one here, and I'm like, this candle comes. It breaks my green selling. I'm like, that's fine. It might do a retest. I'll try and give it some more leeway. But so far, I had gotten stopped out of this one, which was fine. It was so far. This one, then I went the other way and stopped too quickly. This one, I'm like, all right, it's broken the purple. I was pretty confident in purple. But this one stretched all the way. So I got another one on this candle at 10.24 for $1.38. So it was somewhere here. Thinking, all right, it's retesting purple. Maybe even rejecting liquidity up here. Here and here. And this candle just full bodies all the way up there. I'm like, oh my gosh. And this does the exact same thing. It goes all the way to the other edge of the wedge before it reverses, just like this one. Yeah, that was pretty frustrating. Sold them both at 10.25 on this wick candle. I did not have that drawn up there. This comes up here. It's just got a lot of volatility, I guess. I don't know. It's up here, and I close out of both. Literally got wicked again. Ugh. I should have drawn that one sooner. That would have been just a few seconds there, and I could have probably held it. But it's crazy because I think my charting is just off a little bit this morning too. I put this red one in later, just based on this right here. I don't know. I'm curious. Well, Eric didn't chart today, so I can't really compare. Yeah, I mean, my charting could have been on. It fully exercised its right to go all the way against me first. So making the cup, pulling a handle, and then testing the very bottom of that range, breaking purple, and then testing the very top on that gray, even on the wicks. So if I had the wick drawn there, or yeah, if I had that, potentially I would have held for it to close. It was just so far already. Yeah. And I like to open with just one contract on the breakout initially, just so I have exposure if it doesn't retest or anything. And so that's why I'm opening like on this one. I'm not waiting for a retest of purple, even though that wouldn't have done anything. Like hardly ever do you get an opportunity for it fully retraces to the top of the wedge, and then it comes down. I don't know. Yeah, And actually at that point too, I have other charts or other lines in here that I don't have drawn here. I was like, what is going on? I started quickly trying to chart something that I was like, where, like, what is happening here? So some other stuff kind of threw me off too, but those were both large L's for the small account. I got a glimpse of them a little bit, which didn't help in my head at all. And then this thing came down and I was not happy. Next trade. 1037. Let's see, 1041. I bought a put. So it came down, completed the inverse cup. Like I said, I didn't have this. I had purple and I had gray. Came up, broke purple there. Very tight range though. Oh, this was a dumb little trade. I remember this now. I just, yeah, I was in and out of this thing. I think I had something else drawn at that point. I've since erased it. I thought this was breaking out of the selling channel it was in. I kind of knew it was stupid, so I got out of that one quick. It was 157 and 152. Closed it on the same candle. I knew it was a bad trade. And then next trade was at 1114. So came up. I kept duplicating this red just in case. I wasn't sure. Purple, I wasn't sure either. I did have this gray right here. So I could have taken it on this gray and used that as my resistance, but I was going to wait until it hit all the way up here potentially. So I didn't basically take it in here, take puts in there. The structure's not good either, honestly. Like this just looks like liquidity to me. So it's just kind of holding in the selling. And we're still in this big green buying channel in the 30 minutes. So that being said, though, we did also have a gap to fill down here. Anyways, this candle, I think that's the one. 10, 11. Where are we? Oh no, yeah, I missed this one. That's right. So I charted this. Yeah, I missed this one. Wasn't nice structure. This one made a nice big candle down to my gray, which I like to see. It gave me a little more confirmation on gray. Came up, I charted purple, red. This time it starts resisting on red potentially. I'm questioning whether I had this gray yet or not. Then I think I maybe did, but yeah, it just, there wasn't a structure here. This is just like a wedge trade. So I didn't take it on the resistance here. I thought about it, especially once it like had this candle and then this one. I'm like, I guess I could have taken it earlier, but let's see. I didn't take it till here, 11:14 on this green candle. It closed below here. I got it here. I kind of was roughly using green. See, this is the thing. Like my stop here, I think it was this right here. Yeah. If it broke back up into that liquidity. So I was looking for low of day, cup close, gap fill also had all that, as well as of course the gray here. So I opened one here, just one for $1.68. This was, yeah, Ivy was pumped. This was 773 put. Oh wow, that was like basically in the money. Yeah, this candle hung out and then flushed. Very happy to see. Flushed to low of day, and I didn't close it. It comes here, comes a little lower. And I'm like, I'm just trying to focus on the candles. I'm like, I need to just be patient. I've got green now charted. I can kind of wait for green. This was like, oh no. Because that's what, like, in the discrepancy of a gap fill. Weeble's saying this is a gap fill, but who knows? I held through that. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then it hits here, and then it's here. It's right in the green. And then it slowly comes down, fills the gap. And I'm like, yes. And then we're here. And then we're pretty far from green at that point. We're not quite to like, I didn't know where exactly the gray, because this is like, this gray's down here. That didn't quite make it there. So I'm like, it's somewhere in this area. So I closed it here on this candle. $1.68 to $2.13. So not bad. I mean, it was a nice little trade. It was small. Just chipped away just a small bit about those red trades. And then this candle closed and this one went whoop boom. And it literally made me gasp audibly. This thing was insane. The contract doubled from here to here just in a couple seconds. I was like, oh my gosh. It was fine. Like, that wasn't really my profit target down there. I don't even know why it was reaching for that. Gap was filled here. Maybe that was a cup close. No, I don't know why it was. What is that? 771. Yeah, I'm not sure why, but it just ton of volatility. I probably could have gotten filled somewhere up here. It was, but like I said, it filled the gap. My target was reached. It was pretty far from that green at that point. It was a nice full body candle, but yeah. If I had been greedy and held through this, I would have gotten way worse fill in this candle. But this, I was like, good right after that happened. And that was it. I was pretty much out of buying power on Webull or on E-Trade then. Here are the trades. Red today. Yeah, kind of a crappy situation. Just like sometimes you don't have to be as mentally focused because it's not going to really exercise you. And then other times it's going to fully test your stops, and you've got to have your wits about you and be ready for battle, because you never know when it's just going to fully go against you and really get up in that area that makes you very, very, very uncomfortable and makes you suffer. And then I had Webull. I was gone then for a lot of this. I came back. Shoot. I'm accidentally seeing my, dang it. I saw my P&L on the day. It's actually on Webull. It's actually worse than I thought. That's never nice. Where are my trades? What the world? Oh, there. On Webull, yeah, I guess because I just scaled up too much. It was a very small range. I thought it would have been small red day, but I guess because I had 3 of them. 1458. I came back. I mean, it looks like a nice bear flag for sure. I was trying to chart it a little bit. I put my red back in there. It looked like it broke it. It was grinding up and kind of making a head and shoulders right here. So once it broke this red, I got in here at 56, 57, and 58. I bought puts through there, and I was going to use gray for my stop. Right here, I closed them out. Actually, I closed them before there, some just reduced. Or no, I closed here, and then I closed there. Yeah, that's right. I kind of staggered it. Once it broke gray, I closed 1. Then I was going to, or close 2 here. 1 here, 1 here once it broke, and then another one here once it broke above that shoulder. Yeah, so that was kind of a bummer. I just had too many contracts. 32, 30, or 48, 45, and 44 my fills. And then my exits were 38, 37, 32. So kind of ugly. It did end up coming down like we expected, but it was just in the last 2 minutes. I didn't have anything drawn to be able to capture this last little couple minute move. Red day for me. It's okay. Okay. I guess patience could have helped. I knew I was doing something today like midday. I don't know if that was played into my head a little bit, like trying to get trades in. Might have. I don't know how bad my charting was. I'm not sure. It was pretty grindy today. There's not like bad charting. It's just like what you have confidence in. Yeah, I don't know. And it just fully exercised. Like, this was an impatient entry for sure after that data came out. And then this one, it just was just a nasty candle. Like, nothing I can do about that. If I had drawn this wick, if I duplicated it in time, potentially I would have held for it. Maybe even gotten another one. It's like, once it's gotten to my spot that I'm like really want to close it, oftentimes I'll just get more, which you've seen, just to get a better price because I still believe in it and it's gotten even closer. So that's kind of the idea there, but I just wasn't expecting that. I was expecting maybe here, maybe VWAP, but really just a smaller move, and it didn't do that at all. So I don't know. Tough one. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Sub up, like up, comment down, have money sticks around. See you tomorrow. Peace out.